Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the Shin. I'm here to do the last video for now. I'm going to do my Clash in Paris predictions here for this 5-match PLE. I just hate these 5-match cards. It's just kind of ridiculous to me. But it is what it is. It's going to be in front of a great crowd, so at least we'll get that. But yeah, let's get to predicting the card here. So DDB returns to France on Sunday. It's on Sunday, August 31st, for its latest premium live event. In front of a hot European crowd, John Cena will headline the show against former United States champion Logan Paul, while Seth Rollins defends his World Heavyweight Championship in a star-studded fatal 4-way match. Sprinkling that good old-fashioned Donnybrook match with Sheamus and Rusev. And then an appearance from Roman against Bronson Reed, and you guess you have a loaded card for the French fans, even though it's not really that loaded with 5 matches. But they could add a 6th match, but I'm not waiting for them to add a 6th match because I just rather get this premium prediction out of the way here. So who will emerge victorious from the show, and what, if any, surprises could the fans expect? Let's get my preview predictions here. Roman Reigns, we're going to start with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Yep, let's get into it. So we're going to start Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. So since teaming with Jey to defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in the opening match of SummerSlam, Roman Reigns has found himself on the receiving end of countless beatdowns, courtesy of the Shula Fala, the tribal thief, or I guess the Vision. So in both instances, Reed has stolen the tribal chief's shoe, wearing them around his neck like a badge of honor or a shoe. La Fala. So Sunday in Paris, Reigns will look to gain immeasurable revenge while simultaneously taking out one of the biggest obstacles in his path toward revenge, literally and figuratively, in a showdown with Seth Rollins. I think he will get that revenge, defeating Bronson Reed in a match that should have the fans in Paris pretty excited, especially to see the OTC. It will not be surprising to see this one open the show and end with Reigns picking up a big win and continuing his rivalry with the Vision. In the end, facing Seth Rollins at some point. Win or lose, I think it's a huge opportunity for Bronson Reed. There's a history of seizing his chances and delivering, so hopefully he can deliver here. Because I like Bronson Reed. But I'm going to pick Roman Reigns to get the win here. Then we get a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, Sheamus and Rusev. So on the surface, this is a specialty match, type of match for Sheamus, and one that the Celtic Warriors should win. So Rusev is still finding his feet following his return after WrestleMania 41. Though, and could use the momentum that could come from such a victory. To me, at a point where the Irishman is relatively bulletproof regarding his popularity, so it doesn't matter if he loses, to be honest. So the Brutes have traded victories, with their last meeting ending in a double countout with no rules and weapons that encouraged in Paris. Expect to see one of the most physical battles of either men's career, and that's saying a lot because they've had a lot of physical battles. Sheamus and Rusev will bring the hard-hitting offense they've become synonymous with, and one man will emerge victorious to bring an end to their hated rivalry. It's probably their last match of the rivalry. And that man will be the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev, for whom it would appear the creative team has more plans for than his opponent Sheamus. So it would make sense, but I won't complain if Sheamus wins. I think it just makes more sense creatively, since they don't really have much for Sheamus. And maybe they become a tag team after this or something. They beat the respect out of each other. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm going to say Rusev. Fatal 4-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. So since his heel turn at WrestleMania and his shocking Money in the Bank cash-in at SummerSlam, World Champion Seth Rollins has made enemies of some of the most popular stars on the roster in Paris. He will come face to face with 3 of those men when he defends the title against CM Punk. Yeah, L.A. Knight, yeah, and Yeet, Jey Uso in a fatal 4-way match. So these issues with Rollins and Punk extend beyond the latter's return to the company in November 2023, and they've served as the foundation for both their recent main event runs. Knight's issues with Rollins date back to Money in the Bank when the Megastar was moments away from winning the briefcase. Only to have the Visionaries Associates Raid and Breaker costing the match. Uso's been at odds with the heel faction at different points this summer, standing alongside Punk and his cousin Roman in the battle against him. While the odds are stacked against Rollins, and all signs point to them being too much to overcome, just expect your amount of interferences as usual. Expect copious amounts of interference. Perhaps even appearance from Roman again, who knows? Which I just hate all these interferences, but that's just WWE's main event scene. But, however, Seth Rollins will emerge with his title reign intact and his run atop of Raw as a centerpiece bad guy continuing. Rollins will worm his way to victory. I think he'll probably pin like Jey Uso. I don't think they're obviously not pinning CM Punk. They're not pinning L.A. Knight, yeah. So I'll say he'll pin Jey Uso and get the win. John Cena versus Logan Paul, your last match, I believe. I think that's it. Yeah, because you have Roman and Bronson Reed, Sheamus Rusev, the Fatal 4-Way match. I don't think Nikki and Becky are facing off, but I mean, it's whatever. I think that Becky Lynch is obviously going to retain. It's just something for her to do and something for Nikki to do. Had a good promo on Monday, so. But Becky Lynch is obviously going to retain, continue her title run as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. So that's the other match. Yeah, I think that's on the card. So yeah, I think Becky Lynch will retain. But John Cena and Logan Paul. So Logan Paul may have gotten the better of John Cena Friday night on SmackDown. Well, not on the mic, but knocking him out. But make no mistake about it, the unseen 17 times. It's not rolling pairs to lose to a YouTuber turned wrestler. I'm just having fun with this, but Logan Paul's a great performer. I constantly said this. It's just, the verbal back and forth has been more entertaining than expected, and this should result in a better than expected match. I'm sure people probably don't care for it. But I think it should be a pretty exciting match, better than people expect. Logan Paul's a great performer. John Cena had a really good match against Cody Rhodes, so I think this one should be pretty good as well. So France's last opportunity to see John Cena in the squared circle means the crowd will be red hot, creating another magical moment for WWE across social media. Oh, but they don't use social media. They don't use that. They don't listen. While Paul is a detestable enough heel to ensure the crowd's overwhelmingly seen his corner, obviously, I mean, no matter what, the fans are in his corner regardless. But the former United States champion will get his offense in and probably even shine a trending moment in the match, probably shining a trending moment of his own and maybe almost beat him, but the match ends one way with an attitude adjustment and Cena standing tall to wrap things up. Whether that is the end of his night remains to be seen. But I predict John Cena will beat Logan Paul. Could he put Logan Paul over? Probably. But I think Cena should win, personally, especially during his retirement run. But we'll see. But I will say, I guess a surprise appearance after the match. I'm going to predict Brock Lesnar will return for the second time. Brock Lesnar has not been seen or heard since attacking Cena in the closing moments of SummerSlam and drawing an array of reactions at MetLife Stadium and across social media, with SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis revealing he's heard from Lesnar ahead of Paris event, suggests the Beast Incarnate may make his presence felt Sunday, perhaps setting up an expected showdown with Cena as soon as WrestlePalooza, September 20th on ESPN, because they know they want to stack that card going up against AEW. You know they want to stack up that card. That's why I think Brock Lesnar will make a surprise appearance, because they want to stack up that card for WrestlePalooza. So I think that's what's going to happen. This match will get some great interest and serve as the perfect first headlining bout for the company's debut on its new streaming home. Furthermore, it would result in an explosive reaction, possibly for Lesnar and Paris to set up for the PLE match, an unforgettable moment. Make an appearance from the Beast most likely could happen, but I could be wrong, but that's just kind of prediction. But I also think Becky Lynch will beat Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I mentioned that. But yeah, those are my predictions really for Clash in Paris. I hate that's another 5-match card. But that's just, it is what it is. I just hate what WWE does, these 5-match cards. It's AEW does too many matches, WWE doesn't do enough matches. Like, there's no middle in this company, man. There's no middle. But yeah, that's really all to say here, so leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and take some out a lot. Peace, and have a good night.